Hello, everyone. Welcome into another week of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, Dan Hafner joining you here this morning, talking about another theme of the week, which is thankfulness, appropriate in that it is the week of Thanksgiving. And today's topic is called You Lucky Dog. Thank you for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show.
Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
All right, everybody, welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, thank you very much for joining. If this is the first time listening, I really appreciate you checking the show out. If not, please go back and listen to some of our older episodes here. I think you'll get a lot of value out of them. They are pretty awesome, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. So I thought it would be appropriate. This week is the week of Thanksgiving here in 2018. And I thought it would be appropriate to talk about this the whole week, this theme of thankfulness, right? You know, a lot of times we get very thankful around just the day of Thanksgiving, when I think it's something that we can practice more and try to implement more in our daily lives, and it will really, transform you the more thankful and grateful you are for things every single day. So that's what we're going to talk about this week. So today's topic is You Lucky Dog. And really what I wanted to talk about in this topic is really to kind of get you to think about really how lucky and blessed you are in your life. I think all of us at some point can get caught up in all the different daily stuff that we're doing, all the big projects, the life goals, the work, the relationships, family, whatever comes our way. And we start to take things for granted, right? We can get very lackadaisical about our goals, about the things that we actually have in our lives, and forget how lucky and how blessed we actually are. I used to be very much like this, and probably still am in some regards. I'm not going to call myself exempt from all of this, but there are certainly areas in my life I know where I do still take things for granted, and it really what it takes is almost like a humbling experience to kind of step back and realize, oh, wow, I actually have it pretty good, and it's not something that you can do at all times, but I think at least if you get into this habit every single day of kind of thinking about things from a different point of view and starting to realize really what you are grateful for in your life, you start to have this transformation take place really inside of you that makes you a lot more appreciative and a lot more grateful for your current situation, no matter how much you're grinding, no matter how much adversity you think you're facing. It can always be worse. There's always someone in this world that has it worse off than you. If you think about, okay, sometimes we compare ourselves to say man, I'm down at the bottom of the barrel. I'm just making it. I'm just trying to start. I'm just trying to prove myself in this world. I'm trying to, I'm brand new at this. I'm not skilled at this, whatever it might be. And you're always looking up towards the people that you're striving to be like, or the example that you're trying to become. And you're I'm never going to get there. They're so much better than me. It's not working. I can't do it. Take the time to, look back instead of look forward and see how many people you're actually ahead of. See how many people you actually have a better situation than. It's a humbling experience, because we can get so caught up in the daily grind and the daily, self-focused nature of our lives that humbling experience can either come through an external force of, you being thrown into a situation where you realize wow, this person in front of me is not doing well in life, or they're, having this struggle or whatever is going on with them. And you realize like, wow, like my problems are actually not that big of a deal. And you start to realize like somebody out there would kill to have your problems. Like I have this experience sometimes when my wife comes home and tells me stories about what she experiences at work, and she's in the medical field, deals specifically with kids in pediatrics. And some of the things she tells me about what she sees, with all the I won't get into details or anything, but like just the sad stories of kids and families going through just tough situations with small children and babies and infants. Like it's enough to humble me some days, and to really be like, the quote struggle, that we all try to tell ourselves that we go through. It's not a struggle sometimes. You're blessed to have the problems that you have, because someone out there is having real problems, like can't feed themselves problems, or can't put a roof over their head problems, like big life problems that you and I might not have to deal with or experience every single day. And if you did experience these, at some point in your life, then you probably have a better appreciation for the problems that you have now, for the struggles that you're going through now, because you realize like, hey, I've been through way worse in my life, and this little problem that I'm having at work or with a coworker or with a boss or with a family member, really in the scheme of things is not that big of a deal. So my challenge for you today is to think about how truly lucky you are to have some of the things in your life, to have experienced some of the things you have experienced, to have been some of the places you've been in your life, and really sit down and think about all that you're truly grateful for. And you don't have to think about all of it, actually. You can just, try to get in the habit this week of thinking of one thing per day that you're truly grateful for and that you are lucky for. Like for me, I know that I am lucky to have the situation in life that I have. I'm lucky that, my wife and I have a house, that we both have jobs, that, I can come here and do this podcast live with you guys every single day. It's just, we talk about the struggle all the time of, trying to make it, of trying to be better. But, really what we're all trying to do is be happy and be thankful, right? So my challenge for you today, think about how lucky you truly are in some aspect of your life, and name one thing, just one thing that you're grateful for. Okay. So feel free to, I'll post this up on the Run Your Day page, Facebook page. Feel free to comment below. What's the one thing that you're thankful for going into this Thanksgiving holiday? And we'll continue with this thankfulness theme for the rest of the week. So be sure to tune in for those. Going to have some great challenges, great shows for you the rest of the week. I want to thank all of you again for checking out the Run Your Day page and watching the live videos that I've been putting up on the weekends. Those are really turning into fun. I have a few other ideas for some new things that I'm going to try for those this coming weekend. So be sure to stay tuned for those. I'll start trying to notify you guys earlier before I go live, so we can get more viewers and such. Figure out where you are lucky today, and where or what at least one thing that you are grateful for. So that's going to wrap up today's show. As always, thank you very much for joining. This is Dan Hafner signing off. Thank you again for listening to the Run Your Day podcast, and make it a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.